Hi everyone, this is Freya from Otherworldly. I would like to introduce you to my latest friend. He's called Styx, and he is a Teeglepet. More specifically, as you can see, a skeletal Teeglepet. You can pick him up right now at the Halloween Shop and Hop, the big Linden Lab event with tons of cool merchants, and I think it's over 10 sims really that it covers with shopping. Lots of cool gifts there as well. And Teagle has a big stall with some discounts on existing products, including all of the previous Teeglepets. So it's a great opportunity to pick one up if you haven't already. And Styx here, I've actually renamed him to Ethan for one of the four horses drawing Hades carriage. And he's actually a beta, in a sense. He's showing off the new features that are going to be coming to all the Teeglepets. So I thought I would give you a quick look at his changelog. You can lock the horse now, so that you don't accidentally change skin pliers on the wrong horse when you're trying to change one and you have several rest out. Very handy. The horse will repair itself if you unlink parts of it, which can happen when you add and remove tack and so on. So also really neat. Camera settings. I've shown camera setting HUDs before, like when I showed Mythos to star system, and now there's actually camera settings part of the riding HUD, so that's very cool. And then there's a companion mode to have the horse walking beside you. The horse can use props they can interact with. I think there's a brush coming out, for example. And you can set the horse to have a buddy, which I think is in preparation for the foals that are going to be coming out as part of the Teeglepet range. So that's going to be really cool as well. But for now we have Styx, and Styx also comes with a very nice HUD for customizing him. I'm going to put HUDs back on here. Styx has 4 options for bone color. They haven't quite rest here, so there we go. So you can have him black as I do. You can go to a bit of an aged yellow bone. That looks quite cool too. More of a brown, paler black bone, and a bone white. But I like the black, especially for Halloween. You also have options for changing the heart and eyes. Right now I have the heart and eyes to black, so you can't really see the fact that he has like eyes and a heart inside of the flames. I quite like the effect of that, but you can have them more brightly colored if you want. You have the flames that you can also control independently for the different sections if you want him to be very colorful. And then you have tinting as an option too. And there are already quite a few pliers out. There's some fantastic metallic skeleton pliers from from Moonstar, in fact. I think that's giving you a lot of different customization options that will be quite cool to play around with. Sorry, Moonstar is Mithril, that's the brand. Too many M's and I'm a little confused. But another cool feature, which if you want Styx, you really should get him during the Halloween Shop and Hop during October, because if you buy him there, you get a voucher for the Spooky Carriage. And the Spooky Carriage makes Styx even more fun. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to install the carriage to give you a look at how that works. You can, of course, ride Styx like this as well. The back doesn't look terribly comfortable, but you can. So I am going to get my carriage. Let me see here. There we go. There's my carriage. And here you want to follow the instructions for sure. So you rest the horse first, and then you get your Spooky Carriage installer and rest that out. You left click on this large yellow prim. Touch. Let me see, your horse should glow. If he doesn't glue, move the installer closer and click again. Let me see. Maybe I don't have him quite right. It could be that he's actually on, which is probably not the best place to have him. Click on the horse. Touch that. No. Wait a moment, please. Rest your skeleton horse and Spooky Carriage and install a prim next to him on the ground. Oh, yeah. It helps if I actually give it permissions. I'll give it permissions multiple times. So now I'm there, and now we have a glowing horse. And I touch that. And then we say allow. Oh, and now we are installing. Sorry. Should not rush these things. So you can see that it's been sending things. And there we go. And this also has instructions for taking the carriage off again. And obviously now he's a little sunk in, so I'm going to fix him up. There we go. The carriage also has a texture HUD, which allows you to control the bone of the driver. I'm going to give him the same. Oh no, that doesn't work. I'm going to give him the pale, so he looks a little bit silvery bone pale. And then you can also change the seat back there. So you want something all black, for example, you can do that. And you have tinting if you prefer that. Let me see here if I can get the... I think I actually have to put on the Teeglepet, oh sorry, the Styx HUD though, to control the flame on the candles there that you see. There we go. So we do all flames, and we do, there we go. You see that changed the little flames over here as well. So there we have it. This is your spooky skeletal horse and his carriage with driver. The driver, by the way, can be unlinked, so you take over as driver instead, or you can just ride along in the back. So now I've hopped on board. It always looks so awkward when you do, so I don't include that on the film. I'm actually not going to demonstrate the driving around in the carriage or being driven around in the carriage right here, but I'm going to talk a little bit about how it is done. Here we have a look, for example, at the redesigned HUD. It has more or less the same options as before, a little bit different layout and so on. And you have this button here, which allows you to go into the camera mode. Oh, and by the way, as you'll notice, I now have the harness on the horse. I managed to forget that the carriage and the harness are in two separate parts, but that one's really easy to install. You just res it out next to the horse. The horse already been pre-programmed now to glow, and then you give it permission and you touch a glowing horse, and then it's going to all link up, so that's quite easy. Anyway, you have these various camera settings. A lot of these are fairly specific and fairly narrow, like the rider point of views and the horse point of view, but they're useful to have for very specific usages. The one you're going to use the most are probably the cinematic ones, at least if you're filming. For example, the trail camera. I'm going to escape out, and you'll see that it takes a very nice from behind view that's going to show you very well when you drive. When you turn, it's going to show you the side way view. You can also go for the laggy one, which has a little bit of drift and is going to swing a bit more widely and give a very cinematic feel to it. The drama camera brings it in a little closer, also quite useful, I think, for both riding and driving. And then you can go up in the sky for this sort of perspective. And then, of course, just go back to the SL camera if you prefer that, and then you're gonna have your own control again of where you go. So anyway, where I'm going to be taking you actually is to the new Fanatik demo sim. This, of course, is a Fanatik castle, the arcade castle, and I'm very fond of their products. And I have the opportunity to blog for them, and they are going to be releasing a whole mass of new landscaping products very soon. And to show that off, they've made a demo sim where they've built up a whole island with these products. And it's quite lovely and has a beautiful windlight setting. So I thought that was the perfect place to drive around a bit, to have some space, and to show some lovely vistas. So that's what I've prepared and that you're going to be seeing after here. I will be using mostly the trail camera throughout it. Obviously there are, bits and pieces where, just like with a horse, it doesn't follow the contours of the land. So you get things that look a little weird at times, but this is a very complicated rig. It's quite the achievement, and I think that if you are at all interested in the Teeglepets, you should take the opportunity to check them out now that you have said you get the carriage included with Styx if you buy him right now. And there are discounts on all of the other Teeglepets at Teagle's store at the Halloween Shop and Hop. There are also discounts from other creators doing Teagle products, like Mithril from Moonstar has a lot of cool products and some discounts out there, and several others. So do check it out, and hopefully you'll become as addicted to these very cool additions to your second life as I am.